Try to remain calm, y'all. I'm going to try to remain calm. I just saw this and actually have a comment that I need to bring up here too, okay? So this is from Young Patriarch Official. It says, little girl hits her grandmother because she told her to leave her stuff alone. Child, y'all already know. Y'all already know. First of all, before I play it, and this will probably get me demonetized. Before I play it, let me just say, if anybody ever in life thought that they were going to hit my grandmother, I'm going to say it. They're going to be DEAD. And I'm not a violent person at all, okay? I smack these kids in a heartbeat, but I'm really not a violent person at all, right? I wish my grandmothers are deceased, so it's not an issue now, but just the fact that someone thought that they should, could, would do this grates on my last damn nerve, okay? Because it's like, you MFers, not y'all, you know what I'm saying, have no respect for anyone, but you want every damn thing. That would include the parents, because we already know that parents don't parent. They just think just because they had said gremlin that everyone's supposed to be happy and give a damn. I promise you, I don't give a damn about none of your kids, because you don't give a damn about none of your kids and all the chaos that they bring all over the damn place. And even in your own freaking home, within your own damn family. We didn't talk about it, right? The low mester that be in the family that everybody know, but the auntie be like, you know how it is, hush child, all that bullshit, right? Ain't no way. I have a strong, what is the word? Reverence, I think it is. I'm gonna just say love for grandmothers. You will never, ever get me to change that. For the old school grandmothers, let me say it that way. Because child, if you're a grandmother at 20 or 30 anything, you can miss me with all that bullshit, because I don't give a fuck about you. I'm talking about grandmothers that done the damn thing, that then actually raise their kids, that's there for their grandkids, that show love, that actually give a damn about their community, what goes on, how it works and stuff like that. The ones that actually raise us because whatever the reasons is, okay? Not because your punk ass want to go to Miami for the damn weekend. We don't give a shit about none of that. I don't give a shit about none of that. You're going to come for Generation X grandparents because we won't watch your fucking spawn, because I'm telling you, your spawn did this to me. Y'all know mine would never. But if your spawn did this to me, you would come back and you wouldn't have a kid. You'd be minus one kid. Because it works the same way. Since I'm the grandmother now, you would be minus a kid. I wish the fuck you would. Viewer discretion is advised, child. Viewer discretion is advised.
Leave my stuff alone! The fuck off me! Get my stuff! Get my shit! Off me! Fucking touching me, get all the stuff.
That's her grandma, bro.
That's a spawn demon. See you next Tuesday. Don't deserve to be here. Bitch ass, bitch, gremlin ass, bitch. Okay? I'm not trying to look like Tokyo Tony. If Tokyo Tony had come out here and said some shit like this, I'd be with her 1000%. But she crazy, okay? You see how old that woman is? Do you see how old that woman is? I'm going to say it again. Do you see how old that woman is? Do you hear how old that woman is? And then there's another youngin' right here. Where the parent at? Probably in Miami for the weekend, being a whore. What are you teaching your spawn? How does your spawn at the age of, I give her 10, 11, 12. I don't give a damn if you 15. I don't give a damn if you 17. You're going to come back with one less child. But at the end of the day, if your child acted anything like this, I wouldn't take them any daggone way. They wouldn't be here any daggone way. Negroes, y'all too worried about Donald Trump. Y'all worried about ICE. And the shit that needs to be worried about is shit like this going on within the home that y'all don't like to talk about. Say I'm lying. Colors don't like to talk about the shit that matters and what's important and what needs to be worked on and shit that we can actually work on and get under control and better. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. Now, y'all would rather waste your time, energy, breath on somebody that ain't thinking about y'all, ain't worrying about y'all. You ain't doing shit that's going to affect nothing going on with them people. With regard to actually all them damn people in government. They don't give a shit about none of y'all, but y'all still talking about the other side is racist because, you know, Democrats are not. They love you blacks. They love you BIPOCs, my bad. They love you BIPOCs so much. You do no wrong. Y'all worrying about that shit, but you ain't got shit to say about shit like this. What about that little bastard that allegedly, but probably did, but allegedly, even though I think he did, but allegedly raped that 93-year-old, 94-year-old woman? Where the outrage, child? Where the Black Lives Matter? Remember, Black Lives Matter. So her life don't matter. She black. But y'all down there for Minneapolis for those people. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? How come all the heads of your community, because child, they're not mine. Where the heads of y'all community coming to say something about shit like this? They don't ever say shit like this. They got you focused on white people that ain't thinking about you for the most part. They ain't thinking about, you think that the white people on the Democratic side are loving you? They love ya. You think they love ya? They not the same as the white people over there. Oh, they not the same? Or are they different? I'm sorry. They different over there. They good over here. They different over there. They good over here. They different over there. But I thought you said white people are all racist. I just say that they all racist. Just say they all racist. Now what you gonna do? I bet you ain't got no problem with taking that money for the white person that you work for. Say I'm lying, Bueller. While you over here trying to down these daggone ICE agents because they work for the government, you go and get a paycheck from a white person every week, every other week, or whoever the fuck it is that you get money from. Because don't tell me you work for black people. Kiss my black ass with that shit. Most of y'all ain't working for nobody black. Oh, but that's okay. Your hypocrisy abounds. Your thought process with this shit makes no sense whatsoever. But keep on talking and looking like a fucking fool, and I will continue to point it the fuck out. Your hypocrisy is showing. In the meantime, at home, where you have the ability to do something about it, you got your spawn out on the corner, outside at 10:30, graping people, and then you say, "Nah, my baby, but white people do it too." That's your fucking excuse. But white people do it too. What in the holy hell does that have to do with anything? Negroes, coloreds, B1s, African Americans, ADOS, ebonies, chocolates. Pick a name, child. Whatever you want to be called today. What in the holy hell do that got to do with anything having to do with the actual community? Shout out to RBN. But actually, like he says, ain't no community. Ain't no community. Because y'all want to drive it into the ground. You don't want there to be one. You just want to be out here running off at your funky ass mouth just to say shit. Because you think somebody gives a shit. While the degeneracy like this shit happens. So what y'all think? If this little MFer, I'm going to put her at third damn team, okay? If this little MFer is acting like this, hell y'all think she's going to be doing by fifth damn team, Bueller? The hell you think she's going to be doing by the time she's 7 damn teen, Bueller? And then someone, some way will come through and say, once she gets put in jail, because that's definitely what's coming for her, that's a racist. It's the racist white supremacist system that keeps us down and she didn't have a chance. Maybe if her parent parented her, maybe she would have a chance. If this is current, which says TikTok, so it is current, that's an A. That's an A. So you Z's are raising these little bastards, okay? These are yours. These are yours, right? But y'all too busy being whores that you just let these daggone people do whatever the hell it is that they want. And she's doing a TikTok. So I saw some of the comments on this where they were like, whoever is recording is being recorded because she's sitting here doing a TikTok. Lest we not forget that they're trying to, they've held Meta and YouTube accountable for an addiction for some other gremlin ass crumb snatcher. Not that she was a gremlin, but she's a biatch and her parents are worse. At 6 years old, she's addicted. By the time she was 9 years old, now she's, I don't know how old she is, but they get held liable because of what it is that they put here on this internet, made her addicted. So now that's everybody else's problem because her parents didn't parent her. Because her parents didn't parent her. Now all of a sudden, the rest of us got to give a shit. The rest of us got to pay. Because I'm telling y'all, content creators, that's going to come back to us at some point. There's going to be more lawsuits. They already said there's about 20 to 50 or something like that already pending and coming through. That sets a damn precedent. So then all these bastards that are out here doing shit like this are now going to go and sue and get paid because their parents don't parent them. Never, ever, ever does anyone hold a parent responsible. I don't care what nobody say. It's your responsibility to make sure your kids ain't jackasses. When we was younger, what did they say? If we don't teach you, the streets will. If we don't teach you, the streets will. Where that adage go? Just out the window, huh? Just because y'all are you? Just because you are y'all? Because y'all think you special? Because y'all think you know something new? Shit is the same every single decade. Nothing changes. Y'all think you so fucking smart? You dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Sorry about the box of rocks reference. There's no way that someone who's been accused of grape and has had something else happen in their past that you should be talking about, not my baby. Not my baby. But y'all don't want your punk ass kids to be held accountable. Then when they get out here with the rest of the world and they do stuff as adults, then we're supposed to be like, oh yeah, come to your rescue. Fuck up. Fuck them and fuck you too. I don't care. You don't care about community because you won't do anything to make sure that your bastards aren't doing shit to listen, white people, calm down. I'm not saying that they should be out here doing this shit to white people or anyone else. What I'm saying is they shouldn't be doing this shit at all. They shouldn't be doing this shit at all. This is not normal. You're never going to hear me ever say that any of this shit is normal. It's not normal. And I wish the fuck somebody would have raised one damn voice to my grandmother. I'll take that charge. DEAD. You heard? I said that. I meant that. And if my grandkids would ever, and I know that they wouldn't, but if they ever, you're going to come back to one less kid. One less kid. These little motherfuckers don't run shit. They don't pay for shit. They offer not a damn thing, but y'all giving them that leeway or whatever to be able to do any of this. And if they're doing TikToks, which it shows TikTok down here in the thing, and then they went and posted this. At the end of the day, they went and posted it too. They don't care that much. They don't care that much. And you think we supposed to give a damn? And you think we supposed to give a damn? But the thing is, y'all, what happens is that when we say we ain't taking it, shout out to Twisted Sister, and we not going to take it, then stuff happens like Mr. Lewis down in DC. Yeah, I'm going to keep referencing him where he's trying to protect his daggone community. I don't give a fuck about the circumstances because nobody wants to talk about the fact that that gremlin pulled up in a stolen car, breaking into cars, and now he on up out of here. And his mom is like, nah, my baby. What the fuck is a 13-year-old doing out in some place that's not their neighborhood 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning? Y'all absolve that. That's why there's a problem. Y'all absolve shit like that. That's why there's a problem, which is why that one that's accused of rape, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If you were bullied, he was bullied. You can't bully shit when I know the shit is wrong. These people are basically trying to normalize this type of behavior. They'll say that, oh, this is because of social media. No, it's because your parent sucks. They'll say that little crumb snatcher, he ain't even little, the little crumb snatcher that's 12 years old. Now with that ruling, they'll say, oh, it's social media. So now they got something else that they can blame for some shit that has no excuse for it. And y'all support that shit because as usual, you already know who has to deal with this type of shit more than anyone else. I give you 3 guesses and the first 3 don't count. Who does it affect mostly? Who is disproportionately affected more? Who's going to have more issues than others? Oh, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, child. I'm just a white supremacist talking points, all right?